This is a negative vibe. Oh, go.
We are live. Hello, everyone. Grand Rising. Welcome to Breathwork with Matt Thompson, a little show here on the PCS&M Soulcast vibe that we like to call Exhaleration, which kind of just reminds me to stay excited about life and stay excited about breathing. I personally have been on the struggle bus a little bit, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Recovering from Vegas, recovering from flying after my poor immune system not being challenged very much, right, over the last couple of years, because of course we've all been shut-ins a bit. So yeah, so I definitely am feeling the immune, my sinuses and my chest. So I know breathwork can probably help clean out my my situation, Matt. So thank you for being here. And for those of you that don't know, you could also sign up at pcsam.org for our newsletter. You will receive a weekly astrology forecast, weekly self-care tips from our self-care doula, Anna. And of course, you can find out about all of our events, like the ones that Matt puts on, where we get together on some Friday nights. I think the next event with Matt is going to be December 16th, Friday, yeah, December 16th. Yeah. So that's our Integrated Recovery Practices support group here at 63 Washington Street. That is usually the one service that we don't broadcast in stream, just because sometimes we're getting a little bit personal on those nights, and so we like to keep it really intimate. But yeah, your donations do help support this programming as well as our support group. So thanks everyone who has shown interest in our work. We just hit 500 followers.
That's exciting.
That is actually super, super exciting. And of course we launched our YouTube page. And so for those of you watching on Instagram, this is also going to live forever on YouTube. So you can always go back and replay this in the comfort of your own home, because now we know it gets dark at 4:45. So it's a more convenient place sometimes to do your breath work is in bed. I'm not going to lie. So what are we going to be doing today, Matt?
Yeah, we're just going to do some breathing, and we can kind of talk about like what you were talking about. And also I think with the holiday season coming up too, it's easy to get trapped, I think, sometimes in situations. And then we start overthinking, and then, maybe anger comes up, or we just shut down. And don't really socialize, and we kind of either wallow in self-pity or anger or a whole bunch of different emotions.
You get stuck eating that turkey, but you're a vegetarian.
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean.
Well, I mean, just like the family, you
yeah.
just don't know family, friends, and I think sometimes I know for myself in the past there's been a lot of triggers around this particular time of year, and it hasn't always been like my favorite.
Oh, same with me. I always struggle with like, are we doing enough? Are we doing too much? We're not doing enough. Yeah, it's just that shame and fear and guilt, I think, comes back up from like childhood.
Right. Yeah, the inner child definitely comes into play. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, because when we're looking at our triggers and our shadow work or what have you, I think a lot of it is our inner child. Yeah. I think it all goes back there.
I know you've done a lot of inner child work, and that is definitely, if you guys don't know what that is, I definitely encourage you to DM us, reach out to Matt. We also want to be a resource for you guys. Right. So like whether you're looking to go on a retreat, whether you're looking to, really just kind of ask questions about like, what is even that thing that you guys mentioned?
Yeah, it's actually weird that just actually even came up, because I was just talking with one of the members last night about that, actually, specifically.
Retreats?
No, the inner child work.
The inner child work, yeah.
And so as we were kind of talking about it, I kind of was like, what if I tried to do like a small program for that? And so that has me kind of thinking, and she was kind of like, yeah, I might know a few people. So, I mean, maybe that's something that we can put out there.
Definitely.
And it's probably easier to do in-house, like in person, but we can do it. Like, we can also stream it too. We can do both.
Yeah, I think that would be actually, that's a big part about what we're raising money for, is to really expand our programs, right? Now that we have you and we have Anna, I think there's so much synergy with how we can use the breath and how we can use yoga to really help our trauma informed bodies, right? Like every cell in our body is shaped by our past experiences, but then also the future experiences that actually only have lived in our vibration, right? In our minds or in our thoughts or in our words, and yet to be seen in our actions. But a lot of what we say and think now will directly affect that future, right?
Yes, it will.
So that's why staying in the moment and being present is so important, and more important than ever, right? In this world that we live in, that's just so crazy and fast. But yeah, reach out to Matt. He's an amazing mentor, coach, friend. You know, this is what we're all about here, is the peer-to-peer support. And yeah, we're the judge-free zone.
Yeah,
we've been through it. You know, all of us here pretty much been through it in one way or another, or going through it.
It's an ongoing process.
It's life. It's life. Yeah. So yeah, we are a safe and sacred space. You know, here at PCS&M for questions, healing in community. I see a few people have popped on. Thanks for joining us. I'm probably going to go get comfortable on my mat because you guys don't need to see me or hear me breathe, especially with all my congestion today.
No worries. Yeah, so we're going to kind of talk about so being trapped, or we can also just phrase that in terms of like withdrawing, right? We might want to withdraw from situations. So we're going to kind of do a little work with that, and this is actually going to kind of go, this piece that we're going to lightly do today will be a full-blown breath work for the 16th.
Okay.
So so if you want to get deeper in with this one, on the Friday night on December 16th, this little hint of diving into this, we're going to dive into much deeper. So yeah, so why don't we just all find like a nice, quiet, relaxed position. And I'm just going to just allow for the vibration to sink in and let it relax you as we fall into just a nose breath into the stomach. And as we're breathing and falling into just a relaxed inhale into the stomach and exhale, let's allow for the vibration to bring you into your body as if we are breathing with every cell. And allowing for the vibration of the sound to go through every pore as well. As we relax into the body, allow for the breath to drop us into our being and how we are feeling this morning. And as we just do a quick little scan on your toes and the top of your feet and the soles of your feet, move up to your shins and your calves, and just breathe out any tension from your knees or your thighs as we scan the waist and the pelvic region. And just breathe into that space in the stomach and breathe out any tension as we move up your rib cage into your chest and heart. Into the neck and shoulders, and just scan down to your fingertips. And then up to your neck, and check everything thoroughly from the neck, the jawline, your tongue, your lips, the muscles around the jaw, the muscles under your eyes and around your nose, the eyes, the forehead, Just check this area, especially with so much talking and socializing coming up in the next few days, right? So, important areas to be in tune with. And just drop back into your body as a whole, breathing with every pore. And then just drop into that nothing for a moment. Just drop into the sensations of the body. There's no need for thought here, it's just sensation, it's how we feel right now. As we breathe into the whole being, and just feel how it energizes, ignites, awakens our body from within. And just become aware of sensation and feeling, and how beautiful this bliss may be. As we continue with the nose breath into the stomach, I'm going to invite you to allow for the mind to awaken. And I just invite you to look at what might make you withdraw. And if this doesn't go with your flow for today, whatever is coming to you is fine. Just go with that. But what might make you withdraw? What might bring us to a place of a shut room with the doors closed and the mind becoming so busy with just maybe even just one little situation, one disagreement, one debate, one thought of having to see someone maybe? And as different stuff comes up within your mind, I just invite you to acknowledge the thought, acknowledge the event, acknowledge the emotion, acknowledge the person or people. And once we have that acknowledgement, bring it into the body. And where are you activated? Is your heart racing? Is your throat clenching up because you're going to say something you don't want to? Are you becoming anxious? Is anger rising? Frustration? Do you want to go dig a hole and go hide? So just allow for yourself to just allow for several different emotions or events to arise within you. And then I just invite you to breathe into the space of where you're feeling it. It could also be the stomach. And then just breathe it out. So once you find the space, breathe it out, release it. Take a break with the breath, and you can allow for another second, third, fourth, fifth emotion or event to arise. And just stay with that. Really feel, don't be afraid to take a few breaths into wherever you're feeling it within the body. if the same thing's coming up or if different events. But remember, we're trying to be a witness to our thoughts. Acknowledge it. That's why I say acknowledge. And then bring it into the body and where we're feeling it. This takes a lot of practice, so you might be doing the same thing once or twice. And just really fall into how you feel. Feel the energy. This energy is going to bring discomfort. It's not going to feel good. And then just breathe it out and release it. And we'll dig into one of those energies in a minute. And then I'm going to invite you at this time to finish your last thought and tying that in with the physical, emotional body. And when you're done with the last one, I just want you to just go ahead and start exhaling through the mouth and really releasing it. Really, and really just kind of let everything go and drop back into your being. So really exhale a few times here. Breathe it in through the nose and really let it out through the mouth. Still maintaining breathing into the stomach. And just let everything go. Let it all go. And drop back into nothing. Drop back into the sensation of breathing in through every pore. Continue with the inhale through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. And just barely have your lips apart. And just allow for the breath, the exhale, to relax you and to just kind of rebalance everything that you may have just activated for a moment here. So we're trying to just balance the body back out. Let's not keep these activations, these energies that may not serve us, activated right now. So allow for this exhale through your mouth to create a balance within you. Just a nice long exhale, nice and soft. Really push all the air out of the stomach. You can even try and force the belly button a little bit more back towards the spine. You'll feel like a little bit of a different pressure within you when you do this. And just let everything out. You are in perfect alignment right now. Perfect balance. The body is just one whole, beautiful, vibrating energy, light. And then I'm just going to invite you just to do 2 more strong exhales. Just really let it out again. And just fully release. What we're going to prepare for is I'm going to invite you just to, for a few minutes, we're going to fall into one of these energies that you discovered today. And that's going to be something that you can pick for yourself. And we're going to just focus just on this one energy that you are choosing to bring up. So like I was stating with the nose breathing, we're going to, when we start this, the focus is going to be to live with the discomfort for a moment and really breathe into the situation, the emotion, the people, the events. And to just breathe into what may feel uncomfortable. And we're just going to live with it for a moment. And then in the end, we will release that energy and we will create a new energy for you. So, we're going to do a little bit of the conscious connected breath today. So again, the conscious connected breath is mouth breathing only. Just have the mouth slightly open. For those, if you have not tried this before, it is a breath that's like a quick inhale, like a big, quick burst of oxygen going into the body, into the stomach. And then it's going to be a nice, relaxed, slow, longer exhale. We do like to have this as a circular breath, meaning no pause between the exhale or inhale, exhale. It just wants to keep going in a circle pattern. So it sounds something and looks something like this. And just do this in a nice relaxed pattern for a moment. When we do speed up this process, it could activate you, could get muscle tightness, clenching of the fingers or hands, some discomfort. And again, if there is any discomfort that comes up with this, just breathe into it lightly and exhale it out. Try and stay with this circular breath. If you have the heat on in your house, your mouth may dry up a little bit quicker than normal. So if that happens, just bring your tongue to the roof of your mouth and just let it sit there for some breaths. That will help to activate the saliva. Okay. So we're just going to fall into that conscious connected breath. And just allow for gentle vibrations, gentle breath. As we just fall into the breath for a moment, just find this breath. Let it sit. Let the breath sit with you. I'm trying something a little different, so I'm just moving stuff around, sorry. Just stay with this conscious connected breath. Just nice and easy. Nice and relaxed. And then I'm going to invite you as we fall into this breath to bring up the situation from a few moments ago of what you would like to fall into. What energy do you want to fall into? So find this emotion, this thought, and just breathe into it for a moment. Reignite the energy within, the discomfort, the energy that may not serve you in this situation with other people, missing people, conversations, whatever it is. There's so much that can start happening with this particular time of year. And we just keep the breath nice and gentle. And as we begin to slowly fall a little bit deeper into the energy, breathing and focusing into that energy space. And we're just going to increase the breath a little bit more powerful. just kind of fall into this a little bit more. Go with this vibration, this beat, as we're breathing into it and really fall into this energy for a moment. Stay with the breath, stay with the beat, breathe into this energy and really feel how this feels. A lot of times we're not aware of the sensations of how we may feel within as we just kind of increase the tempo here. Increase that. Stay with it for about another minute. Stay with it. Just really feel how this is within you. Become aware of this. Understand the sensation. Understand how this makes you feel, the discomfort. And now just really blow it out, relax for a moment, let it all out, let this energy out, blow it out to the universe, really feel the sensation, really disperse it, break it up from this space, this chakra, this muscle, this throat or stomach or fingers, and just really relax. And return for a moment, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, and allow yourself to start creating a balance again. And just feel the shift of this energy just through the breath. And slow it down, breathing in through the nose to the stomach, and just a nice, long, full exhale. Really push that belly button back to the spine, Push that belly button all the way back to the spine. Bring it back, let everything out, disperse this energy, let it go. Just let it go. Breathe it all out, let it go. Let it disperse, let it go. Breathe into the nose, and bringing that prana into the stomach, and really shift that balance, that energy throughout your entire being. Shift that energy out through every pore to the universe and give it back. Give that energy back that does not serve you. Let that energy go. Let the energy go. And then fall into a nice relaxed breath. And just return to your nose breath for a moment as we fall into the harmony, to the balance. And just feel the body shift into balance. Shift into balance. And as we become more balanced, the power of the breath, even when you're in these situations. And so, for me, the next step of this, when we're looking at trying not to withdraw within ourselves, withdraw into that closed room within our mind that we just released, right? We opened up that door to where our thoughts become trapped and swirling within a room, almost like a little tornado. And now we just released all that energy, and we opened up that door so that we're not caught. We're not caught in this insanity. And for me, once this door is open, it really is moving into acceptance. Nothing's right or wrong. It is just where you are. It's just where you are. It's where you are with these relationships. It's where you are with these situations. It's where you are right now. It's where you are at that moment. We accept that. You know, the more details that we put into these storylines, the more it's going to have a hold on you, on us, on myself, which is going to make it more difficult to move forward. And you know, and the detail is filling up that room when the door is closed, right? We're not accepting the situation for what it is right now. We're just choosing to live in it, in that trapped room. And the more and more that we put details and paint a bigger picture and make it more complex, and then to open that door, it becomes heavier and heavier. But we've already opened this door now, and so we want to find acceptance within our heart. And as you know, as I have chosen to accept who and where I am, or where you are, you know, all that we resist, all that I resist, and the fear, it slowly begins to heal. So a lot of times, if you're in a situation, we can breathe into the space where it's activating. You can do this right in front of people during conversation. Just do whatever kind of breath you need to. Doesn't matter. But breathing into the space and releasing that trapped energy. And after you maybe do 1 or 2 breaths of that, let's bring our breath now into our heart space. So I'm just going to invite you to breathe through your mouth and nose together. And I want you to draw all this energy right into the heart for a moment. Let's fall into acceptance. And just feel the heart space open for a moment. As we accept who we are, we allow for this glow to come out. Accept where we are. Just accept it. Find it in your heart to accept the situation. And just let it be. Be that strong, silent person. No reaction needed. No anger needed. Come from the heart space. Feel the glow. Find the light within the space of the heart. As we breathe into the heart through your mouth and nose. Mouth and nose. Bring it all in. Bring all that prana in through every cell, every pore. Bring all the energy into the heart. And then breathe out that glow. Breathe out that light. Breathe out this love that comes from the heart. Breathe it out to the universe, to the room around you, to the people around you. Share your glow. Share it with everyone. Let everyone feel you. They won't even know what they're feeling, but you'll be sending this love out. This is really learning how to use the intellect in a just and righteous manner. When we can acknowledge a situation, right? Keep breathing into that heart. And we can find where it's activating us. And we can shift and change that energy. And after we release it, we can just fall into the heart space for one breath or two. You can do this whole process with 2 to 4 breaths. That's all that's needed. Just the more we practice on feeling our energies within, feeling the power of acceptance, breathing into that heart space. The power of just knowing where you are right now is okay. This is helping to bring us to a new point of view, a new beginning with our relationships, our families, our friends, people within our circle. This is a way to find that inspiration to open the doors of who you are in this moment, every passing moment of every day, as we stay breathing into the heart space through the mouth and nose. And just stay with this for a moment. You can bring yourself here all the time. The more we practice this, the easier it becomes. I'm just going to breathe for about another half a minute. Just allow for the nice soothing sounds to help calm you down and fall into that heart space. Allow for the vibration to go into your heart. Ignite it, awaken your heart, let it expand. And then just slowly begin to breathe back into the whole being of the body. And just let this heart energy, this light, this glow, just let it disperse throughout your entire being. Let it not only find its way through every part within inside you, but just let it glow through every part outside of you as well. And as we shift this glow into the whole body, and as we shift it into the universe and around us, it's going to invite you to slowly bring your awareness back to this space that we are in, that you are in at home. Allow for the sounds to reawaken you to your space. Allow for this vibration to be with you all day. Allow for this to awaken you back into your space as you wiggle, awaken the body, relax. for yourself to slowly open your eyes and to reintegrate into the space, to look around the room, see the different colors, plants, feel the floor, the chair you sit upon or lay upon. Morning. So I hope today that this session helped to maybe ease you as you shift into this sometimes difficult time of year, but also a very beautiful time of year. And to accept where we are, I've had a couple conversations this week, and it's, and it goes back to how we talk to ourselves, right? It goes back to how we're viewing people who are in our lives, and trying to find that balance within the relationship, even when it's not, when we don't see eye to eye, or there's been past trauma, or there's, just situations within life that, there's not a lot of people that go through our whole lives when you really think about it. There's not a lot of people that know me from who I was as a child. There's very few people.
I'm coming back.
Yeah.
Like a monk.
So.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I went somewhere else. My body temperature, like feel my hands.
Yeah.
My body temperature dropped so much. I'm like, boo, little Eskimo girl. Yeah, no, I think the takeaway for me is, don't forget to be thankful. Yeah. Right? 'Tis the season, and go gentle with yourself, like Matt said. Be thankful for you. Self-care is not selfish.
Right.
Right? Showing that those acts of kindness to yourself is actually the same as showing the act of kindness to your community, right? So I'm thankful for all of you, thankful for everybody that tuned in, and for everybody who is part of this community, for challenging me and showing me new things and taking me to places on this magic carpet that I hadn't been before. Yeah. I get so high from breathwork, you guys. Like, I'm telling you, this is why it becomes quickly addicting.
Yeah.
And why it's such a great harm reduction tool. Yeah. So, yeah.
How was that also for you today? Did it ignite anything or shift anything? Or?
Well, it did. I think a lot of the back pain that I've been experiencing was actually a lot of kind of suppressed emotions.
Okay.
Nice. So I think that, just being off of my routine, I wasn't at breathwork last week, I wasn't at yoga. So yeah, I mean, maybe me not doing my practices, I think it actually, what I experienced was the actual physical pain in my body this week. So stick with these routines, keep opening the heart.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everyone for being here today. If you have any questions or any comments or any concerns or things that you may need to express, you can always feel open to reaching out to me here.
So you can find us at the PCSM.org website and on our Instagram page, which if you're on our Instagram page, you already know. But Matt, where can people find you? Are you on Instagram?
I am.
Yeah, do you use it?
I do.
Matt's on Instagram.
I think it's actually, if I look at it, it is, oh my goodness, let me grab my phone. I think my name is Acceleration with Matt, I think. Yeah, Acceleration with Matt. So it's Acceleration, what do you call that thing? _. _with _Matt.
And then, of course, you can find Matt at the Central Rock Climbing Gym in Randolph, where my children do go and climb rocks. Go climb rocks, kids, with Matt.
Yeah, you can come on down.
But yeah, Friday the 16th, you can come see Matt in person. We usually gather around 7 p.m. and get going around 7:30. And that's the integrated recovery practices night here at the church. So that's always an alcohol-free night. It's always a night that you can come and ask questions about microdosing, about plant medicine, about CBD, cannabis. Probably the only plant medicine we don't do is tobacco or cigarettes, and that's, well, probably actually tobacco could be added to the list as long as it's like shamanic tobacco and not big pharma tobacco or big tobacco. But yeah, no, I mean, we've done kava ceremonies, cacao ceremonies. Anna last week led us in a yoga nidra practice, and I was snoring. So again, we are the judge-free zone. It's a perfect place to come if you've never experienced breathwork, meditation, yoga, or sound healing. Those are kind of the practices that we tend to introduce the most into the Friday night circles. So yeah, come on down and say hi.
Love you all.
Yeah,
Have a
love
beautiful
you all.
day.
Thanks for tuning in. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.